Hello and welcome to OZChris vs. DC Comics for week 1 of October, here with reviews of DCEASED number 5, the penultimate issue, Green Lantern number 12, the finale of this series, and Justice League number 33, neither the penultimate or finale of anything yet. So starting off with DCEASED, same as usual, you know me, I got their horror variant, so Curse of DCEASED. I think very obviously this is supposed to be the Curse of, time for me to butcher this name, the Curse of La Llorona. I know it's probably not how it's pronounced. I should have tried not to use that fucking accent with it, but, the Curse of the Weeping Woman, the Weeping Woman curse, that movie that came out some time ago, whatever. That's obviously what this horror variant is for. So, in this issue, after the aftermath of, Superman and Wonder Woman failing to stop Captain Atom from exploding. So 3 cities have been destroyed. One of them is Metropolis, but it has been saved, at least where the survivors are, have been saved. And Lex Luthor calls a truce with Superman to help everyone, to help deal with this situation. So what they do is what kind of Batman asked for: destroy all technology. Anything that could spread the virus, they go out and destroy. And Wonder Woman kind of pleads with the other Amazonians to open, Themyscira's borders. They're going to create other new landmasses around, Paradise Island so that the survivors can go there. Gotham City has been turned into a jungle. Poison Ivy has made Gotham City her home, dealing with any of the infected people there. We get our first look of Damian as Batman. It just Batman is like a kid. It seems kind of off because I know it's supposed to be Damian, but it doesn't look like Damian. It looks a bit weird, just Damian in the Batman costume. But they agree to Ivy's terms of her using the green to take Gotham, deal with the infected, and provide safe haven as well. But in the Fortress of Solitude, Lex and Cyborg have come up for plans for arcs to leave the planet. Everything is lost. They need to take the survivors, get out, start anew somewhere else. Superman doesn't want to. He believes, we're not, as he says, we're not abandoning this planet, we're fighting for it. We can still save this planet, but it all goes to hell because somehow an infected Martian Manhunter made it into the Fortress of Solitude, and their worst nightmare has actually become a reality. A speedster, Barry Allen the Flash, has been infected as well and has gone off to infect everyone else. So Superman has to deal with him as well. So the story for this issue, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5. I think this is a really good penultimate issue because first it's starting to show and make it seem like they're working around to kind of moving on, not particularly like curing whatever the infection is. They can't find a cure as such, so they're starting to recuperate, trying to get everyone back to at least at least make sure everyone is okay and start planning relocation, or as Lex wants to put it, relocate to a whole freaking different planet, because Earth is just, everyone's just, there's no technology, there's no nothing, there's just an infection and other dead people. The planet is lost, let's just leave. So them trying to continuing to survive, believing that the worst is far behind them. But as shown by Martian Manhunter, the worst isn't gone, and it just gets even worse. So yeah, I think this is definitely a great issue. The art and the coloring, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5. The art and coloring in this is definitely great. Some great shots here, some great scenes and panels. The cover, I got the horror variant, as I said. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5. I think an amazing looking cover and variant, art and coloring, definitely on point. So on to Green Lantern number 12, which is the final issue of or at least the quote-unquote Season 1 for Morrison and Sharp's The Green Lantern run. So, written by Grant Morrison, art by Liam Sharp, and coloring by Steve Olive, the cover by Sharp with Romulo Fajardo Jr. So, the Anti-Man, which is Hal Jordan's opposite in the anti-universe or the antimatter universe, has arrived and this has started attacking all the other Green Lanterns. Hal finds help in the least likely of all people, Sinestro, but this isn't the Sinestro that he knows. You know, the one that's currently kicking it with the Legion of Doom using the ultraviolet spectrum and all that. This is Sinestro from the anti-universe. So, where in this one, Sinestro is, as he puts himself, a lovable rogue at best, kind of a good guy. So he tells Hal that if you want to defeat it, you can just keep hitting it over and over again, and it'll stop repairing itself. But he's working with the he's working on a bounty to survive, and the masters of the Anti-Man, the Qua Masters, are paying anyone who can return him back. And he also reveals that the Black Stars are the one that lured the Anti-Man into this universe. So Sinestro gets Sinestro is defeated by the Anti-Man, and Hal, being told if you just hit it over and over and over again, you'll defeat it, and that's what he does. And at the last moment, while everyone else decides to finally finish off the Anti-Man, he's saved by the Black Stars, the people, the number one people he doesn't want to be saved by at the moment. So story, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think this was good. It kind of wraps up a little bit of this whole Anti-Man stuff. A bit kind of rushed, I would say. Also, the stuff with like the Black Star informant, someone within the Green Lanterns that's been leaking information to the Black Stars, that just kind of just came out of nowhere here. Just like, hey, remember that plot point? Yeah, it's just suddenly resolved here. So I do feel like it was definitely a bit rushed for this finale. Although it's not really over. There's the Black Star miniseries, Green Lantern Black Stars, and then there's a as they put it, a season 2 for this. So the Green Lantern is definitely coming back for another run for another story. But I think overall it was at least a good issue. The art and the coloring, I'm definitely going to give a 4.5 out of 5. Sharp and Olive's art and coloring here is great. There's definitely some of their best here in this issue. Just great art and coloring. The cover itself, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5 for that as well. Great art, great coloring on that one. So on to Justice League number 33, written by Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV, art by Bruno Redondo and Daniel Zimperi, coloring by Hi-Fi, the cover by Francis Manapul. So, the three brothers, the Monitor, the World Forger, and the Anti-Monitor, have arrived to confront Perpetua and Apex Lex, alongside Hawkgirl. So, with their powers combined and Starman, they become the Ultra Monitor. It's cheesy. I love it. It's so goddamn cheesy. Just them fusing together alongside Starman's powers to become one being to fight off against their mother. So they need to hold off Perpetua long enough for Starman to get a connection to the split team of the Justice League, so they can bring him back with the totality pieces to end this Justice Doom War once and for all. So in 1941, where Barry and John are with the JSA and Aquaman, they head to Atlantis to, as Aquaman says, find the conch. Don't know how that's pronounced. The conch of Arian, so that Starman can find them there. While in the future, the Justice, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Justice Legion fight off against Brainiac 1,000,000, and everything seems to go wrong as Hawkgirl, fueled by her rage against Lex for seemingly killing John, preemptively activates her powers. Once they're at Atlantis, they find that the king is missing, and Brainiac 1,000,000 captures the rest of the members of the Justice League. So, story, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. This is definitely a great issue. Stakes are getting higher and higher and higher. It seems like they're starting to push in the offensive, at least the present day team is, but everyone else seems to be hitting huge roadblocks along the way. It's not going to end that easily, I know it isn't. But definitely this was a good, thoroughly entertained by this issue. The art and the coloring, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5 as well. The art and coloring here is great. It is. There's a lot of great shots, panels and all that, and scenes. A lot of good action as well. And the cover, I'm going to give a 4.5 out of 5 as well. It's a great cover, great art, great coloring. So that is it for those three. Thank you all for watching. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter, Instagram names are at the end screen. If you like the video, leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I will see you all in the next one.